Solubility is another property that's really affected by the type of atom that a substance is made out of. I'm going to show you this one here. This is just normal table salt, and as you know, it tends to dissolve when you wet it in water. But why? Let's have a look at the types of atoms that it's made out of. You see, salt is made out of two types of atoms, chlorine and sodium. But they're not just chlorine and sodium on their own. These are ones that have been changed a little to have a plus and a minus charge. So chlorine has one negative, sodium has a positive. So they're charged particles, and they clump together because opposites attract. But when you put them in water, well, water itself looks like this. If you go up really close, water is made out of an oxygen, there, which has a negative charge of 2, -2, and it's made out of two little hydrogen atoms that each have their own plus charge. So water itself is made out of charged molecules, and again, opposites attract. Just because they're joined together doesn't mean they're not looking around to see if there's someone else around there that they might be more attracted to, and that's exactly what happens when you put salt in water. The chlorine and the sodium actually get pulled by the water molecules, which are also charged, and because of that they tend to get pulled away by the water and pulled apart, which in essence is what dissolving is. You take the solid there and you pull apart or interfere with the bonds of attraction between those particles, and they tend to pull apart and separate when they're in their solvent because it is more attractive to them than their original partner that they were joined with in that crystal there. I'm going to show you a little animation that helps show this. Okay, so this is water molecules moving around, and there's a little bit of salt in there as well. The water molecules are starting to get attracted to the positive and negative molecules in the salt, and they start to cling onto them and try and pull them apart. So as you can see there, you can see them trying to pull that salt apart as they go along. Okay, now if we keep on going, we'll get to a point where they completely pull it apart. Oh, that chlorine's almost gone there now, and there's a few others muscling in there to try and get to the sodium. I'm going to skip a little bit forward to the end. And as you can see, the little charged particles get more attracted to the water than they are on each other, and eventually they all just pull apart so that they're joined into the water molecules instead, and you end up with salt water. That's what salt water is. Salt dissolved or spread apart in water because it's more attracted to the water than it is to itself.